Today, we're diving into a framework for spiritual growth that, isn't about mystical visions or anything like that. Instead, it's a really practical, systematic guide to mastering the most powerful and complex tool you own, your own mind. So let's just start with a really big question, a fundamental question for you to think about. We've all got this incredible tool, our mind, right? But who's really in the driver's seat? Is it you, or are your thoughts and impulses calling the shots? This is the central idea we're going to unpack. Now, take a look at this number. According to the approach we're exploring, a massive 60 to 70% of the journey to what we call awakening isn't about some complex meditation or secret ritual. It's actually just about achieving mental maturity. Yep, just getting control of your own thoughts. And that brings us right to our first section, which really digs into that dynamic. Is your mind a tool, or has it become your master? What's pretty profound is that we humans are the only species that even knows we have this mental toolkit to begin with. And this comparison just nails the difference. An uncontrolled mind, it's like driving a car with failing brakes. It's reactive, it's dangerous, and it's constantly blaming and complaining about everything, which just completely drains your energy. But a mastered mind, well, that's like a well-piloted vehicle. It conserves its energy, it builds resilience, and it lets you navigate life's challenges calmly. And here's the really crucial part. A tiger doesn't sit around thinking about its mind. It just is a tiger. But we can actually step back and see our thoughts and our intellect as a kind of equipment that we have. So the challenge isn't just having the toolkit. It's learning how to use it skillfully instead of just letting it run wild on autopilot. Which leads us to the absolute foundation of this entire process, mental maturity. And listen, this has nothing to do with how old you are. It's a very specific, trainable skill that's presented as the non-negotiable first step on this path. So, what is it exactly? Well, mental maturity is defined as that inner strength to pilot your own mind through its storms. It's the ability to handle your own thoughts without turning on yourself or on others with blame or anger or jealousy. It's really a profound form of self-discipline. And here's why it's so vital. The framework is crystal clear on this. Trying to meditate or to achieve some kind of awakening without this foundation, it's like trying to drive to a destination in a car that has no brakes. It's just not going to work. You have to fix the vehicle first. Okay, so if it's not just about closing your eyes and hoping for the best, then what is it? Well, this next section lays out a really clear, systematic path. It actually treats spiritual growth like you would any other serious field of study. In this quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of such a common frustration, doesn't it? So many of us think spirituality is this vague, unstructured thing. You try to meditate, your mind goes everywhere, and you feel like a total failure. This framework argues that's because we're missing the system. And here is that system. It's a 5-step learning cycle. Step 1 is having an anchor, something like a mantra. Step 2 is about deep listening, just absorbing the principles without immediately judging them. In step 3, you contemplate, you reflect, you ask questions to really make the knowledge your own. And that awakens the seeker in you, which fuels the final and honestly most important step, continuous practice, where you really start to experience the change for yourself. The big takeaway here is that this is not about collecting a bunch of random inspirational quotes you find online. It's presented as a rigorous field of study with a complete map and logical steps, just like you'd find in physics or business management. It demands that same kind of systematic effort. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but I'm sure a big question is popping into your head. How in the world does this fit into a modern, busy life? Do I have to quit my job and go live in a monastery? And the answer is a huge, resounding no. This path is explicitly designed for people who have jobs, families, and tons of responsibilities, not for monks. The real practice is all internal. And the benefits here are just so incredibly practical. This isn't about escaping the world, it's about being better in it. You apply these principles to improve your relationships, to replace those knee-jerk emotional reactions with a sense of calmness, and to stop wasting all that energy on blaming and complaining. And this just reinforces the whole point. The intended audience here is specifically business people and people with families. People who are right in the thick of daily life and are looking for real tools to navigate it all more peacefully and effectively. So after all this work, mastering the mind, following the system, practicing every day, what's the ultimate goal? What does this awakening actually look and feel like according to this framework? Now, this is a really, really crucial distinction. The goal is not these temporary, supernatural experiences like seeing colors or having some kind of vision. I mean, those things come and they go. The real prize is a sustained, permanent shift, a real change in your fundamental behavior, your attitude, and an almost effortless sense of calm in your day-to-day life. So, the real litmus test for your progress isn't how amazing your meditation sessions are. It's how you handle rush hour traffic, how you speak to your partner when you're stressed, how you react when things just don't go your way. The proof is in the peace you bring to your actual everyday life. And this is a brilliant way to visualize that final stage of transformation. It's when your inner world and your outer world come into perfect alignment. Your thoughts, the words that come out of your mouth, and the actions you take, they all start to flow from that calm, centered, and truly aware version of yourself. So, at the end of the day, this framework presents the mind not as some unsolvable mystery, but as a toolkit. It offers a manual and a step-by-step guide. The only question left is the one you have to ask yourself: are you ready to pick up those tools and start building?